Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about Python. Python is basically interpreted object-oriented programming language. So this is the language where we can easily and do the tasks of any kind of website development, or the tasks like machine learning work, which is rapidly growing right now. That's why Python is so much popular. Machine learning. And the next is for the artificial intelligence applications, and the other one is also called, that is big data, cloud computing. This type of branch of computer science are rapidly growing now, and this kind of all applications have been easily done by the applications of Python. So on your syllabus, Python is basically why it is called interpreted, because it is interpreting one by one. It is not compiling, it is interpreting. It is not compiling, it is interpreting. That's why it is called interpreted language, because it is interpreting one by one. So that's why it is so much important for that, because when you are interpreting that much of language, this is the most important part, that most of you already remember that Python is an interpreted language. Now, what is the meaning of interpretation? Compiler, if you have the lines of code of a program, suppose 1 to 15, you have to 15 lines program, that is LOC, that is called lines of code. Have you total lines of code in 15 line of program from first line to 15, then compiler will compile all the 15 lines together and give any kind of error, and any kind of error or warning is there. Now, what is the function of interpreter here? Interpreter taking one by one line and give the debugging for and give the exact output of that if have any problem on that line, or if any have any error on that line, so it checks 15 line into 15 times. How many lines that is checked? If 20 lines is there, so it checks 20 times, and then it give the exact output after checking all the lines one by one. So that's why it's little bit time taken. Programming language, because compiler have been taken in just like Java, C++, other programming language have compiled. It's take less time, because it's take 500 lines, 600 line in one time, and then it compiled it and give the exact that have any error or not. But in the case of Python, if the lines of code is 500, then its check is 500 times. So it's little bit time taking. But the most advantageous case of the Python is that what is the main advantage of Python? The main advantage of Python, that is, it is basically syntax free. It's basically syntax free, or you can say the less syntax style. So that is the most important thing, how you can recognize this language, because in this case of AI, big data, machine learning, if you apply this kind, when you handle the large kind of data, and if you are worried about the programming language syntax, then it's little bit problem to do the job on that particular platform like AI or machine learning, like this way. So you have to focus on the topic, you have to focus on the logic, not only actually the syntax of the program. So that's why Python is so much popular in these days, because Python have been introduced before Java. But in the previous days, Python was not so much popular, because Java is much popular, because Java is rapidly using in the various industries. But nowadays, when machine learning and artificial intelligence, big data, cloud computing, like this type of topic have been emerging trends right now, that's why Python is also popular, because Python is best on that platform in comparing to Java or other languages also. So just like sum of two numbers, if you do sum of two numbers, so first you have to install one software that is called IDLE above 3.7 or above, that is best. Now currently it is 3.9 version is available. You can download it from python.org. This is the software www.python.org. You can download this software from here. Just download in or write in the Google that download ideal. Okay, ideal download. So this is after downloading this, or if the any other software is Python, like if you use the any kind of IDE for Python, then it's also available there, like Anaconda, Jupyter. Okay, Anaconda, Jupyter, and moreover is there, and many I think it's 2-3 more software are there for this, but these two are most popular, Anaconda and Jupyter. Okay. So now if we are going to discuss about ideal, because we are going for the ideal. Ideal is basically two mode. One is interactive mode, and another one is scripting mode. Okay, in interactive mode there is a 3 command line section are there, like this way, 3 greater than sign, that means this is the interactive mode. So if you are given addition of two number like 4 plus 2, that is given actually in the next line, this giving the output in this way, that is 6. So sum of two numbers, if we use the other languages sum of two numbers, then we take two variable a, another variable b, then we store one variable 2 here, one variable 4 here, then we another variable take s, then we give the additions a plus b, and then we print the value of s. But in the case of interactive mode, nothing to do. You have to just write down the arbitrary two numbers or random two numbers that you want to add. After adding that, you have to automatically give that result, that is 6. Okay, so this is the main thing, and this is the main topic on that so much easy, that's why. So if you can multiply two number, if you want to multiply two number, then you can easily 4 cross 2, then it automatically give the result, in this way, that is 8. Okay, if you division just number, so 4 by 2, if you just divide this number, it is automatically give the result, that is 2. Okay, now what is the meaning of if you give the power like this way, the power sign have been given in this way, like 2 double star 3, that means 2 to the power 3. This is the meaning of 2 to the power 3. This line have been meaning in the Python, double star, its meaning is power, to 2 to the power 3. That means it is giving the exact result of 8. It is giving the exact result of 8. Now if we are doing that, this is the division. This is division, and this is called the to the power or power function. This is multiplication. This is addition. And normally if you have to do the subtraction, then it is also can be possible, like in this way. If you subtract two number, that is 4 minus 2, it's automatically given, that is 2. So that is the subtractions. And what is the meaning of like this? So in this case, in the case of division, it's actually given 2.0, because if you divide, suppose if you divide in next time, suppose if you divide in this way, that is 5 by 2, that time what is the result? That is 2.5. So in this case, so point value, that is this is called the float, because what kind of data type are there? First there is one is number in the Python, one is number is the data type, another one is float is the data type. It is called also, because within number what is come up? Float, integer, these two. Another one is for string by default. This one is taking by default. If you don't mention anything, then it's giving the string, that means by default. So by default data type of the Python is string, it's take automatically, and you have to convert this. If you give any number 5, 4, so this is taken as an integer, and if you give any number is like point, like 5.2, 6.5, 75.55, so this type of number is called basically floating point number. Why it is called floating point number? Because there is a precision, after point there is a plus, so this part is called precision part. Then it's 2.5. So that's why if the case of 4 pi divided by 2, so it's automatically taking the points in the case of divisions, because in the some case of divisions, when there is some remainder part, that time the point value have been comes up, so that time the integer value will not come up, it's come up with float. So that's why by default automatically it's taking float in the case of divisions. Okay, because in this case this is not changing, because otherwise if we take only 2, so then the point part will be automatically deducted. Automatically this 0.5 part is deducted. So that's why this portions 0.5 have, but it's actually wrong. If we 5 divided by 2 and its result is 2, then it's actually wrong. So by default it take the float. Now if we omitting that part, what we do? If we do 5 by 2 double by, that is actually called floor divisions. Floor divisions. What is the meaning of floor divisions? Floor division means we are omitting the point part or the remainder part actually. We are omitting the point part or the remainder part actually. So what is the meaning? Then output of this output will be 2, because this 0.5 part is omitted. This 0.5 part is not coming. This is omitted. In the case of float division, this 0.5 part is not coming. So this is the basic operations on Python in the interactive mode. These all operations have been done in the scripting mode also. In scripting mode also, if you open the interactive mode, I will show you in the practical. If you open the interactive mode, it automatically comes to the scripting mode. It automatically comes to the scripting mode. So it is the basic thing that how you can prepare it in this way, that when you open the ideal, there is a file option is there. So when you open the file, that time one different mode will be open. That mode will be called scripting mode, and on that mode you will be given that part, that A is equal to one value, B is equal to another value, and then you can add it. Okay, so this is the main thing of the basic operations on this. Okay, so this is the floor divisions, addition, subtraction, divisions, and floor divisions are there. So there are basic 5 operations we are basically done to that. That is, one is add, another one is subtract, another one is multiplications. Just use this operator using that. Another one is power. We are using double star. Another one is floor divisions. Normal. Another one is divisions. That is normal, one single by. Another one is called floor divisions. Another one is called floor division, that is double by. It will omit the remainder part. It will omit the remainder part actually. There is only no after point, there is no value. Okay, so this is the main thing about this. So have you after that we are going to discuss about that the looping condition or the looping structure. In Python there are basically if also there is a branching statement first. If else there is a called branching statement. This is called the branching statement. If else, or there is one condition also that is called elif. Elif means else if. If else, and one condition is called ellipse. And there is a loop. What is the looping structure? Looping, there is one is for loop, another one is while loop. These two loop are basically most important loop and mostly used loop in the case of Python. So in the for loop there is another one function, that is a range function, and while loop we are going to discuss on the next topic on the next video. Okay, this is the basic looping structure. Okay, thank you all.